Hello, today we're going to be doing a crafting tutorial. Our objective today is to make a thrown weapon. We're going to be making a heavy thrown weapon. So we'll start off by making a template. The template we have here is 9 inches long and 2.5 inches wide, which are the bare minimum dimensions for a heavy thrown item. However, it's not going to be these dimensions in the final constructed version. It will be larger than this once everything has been done. We're going to be using two kinds of foam to construct the thrown weapon. One will be your standard blue camp foam. This is a layer of 6-pound heavy microcell foam, which will form the middle portion of essentially a sandwich of foam layers. I won't use the word core because it is not a solid core. It is still foam, so it will be an all foam construction of a Throwie. However, it is much denser than the standard camp foam, so you do not want it to be exposed. It would potentially be dangerous when thrown. Using your template, you make marks on the foam to show yourself where to cut. Then carefully cut your template out of the foam. Your template is going to get ink marks all around the edges of it, and that's exactly what you want. You want to leave this nice inked line created exactly by the edge of the paper. That'll give you the cleanest cut for when you go to make your shape. You'll do exactly the same thing with the high density foam to form the inside of your sandwich. And here you have your sandwich. Layer of soft foam with a layer of dense foam on the inside. This has more weight to it and will fly better than a piece that's made out of only blue camp padding. But there's still something else we can do that will give it even better flight dynamics. This space we're going to fill with non-hardening silicone caulk. This is silicone adhesive, and we're going to use it to hold the layers of the sandwich together. Each layer of adhesive will be needed to allow time to dry. So after you've secured it in the position that you want so that all the edges match up, you'll need to weigh it down with something moderately heavy. And leave it there for a little while. Now that you have the sandwich half completed, the next step is to fill up the cavity with non-hardening silicone caulk. This is going to add more weight, but it will still be flexible. We'll switch back out to the adhesive, and we'll be ready to put the other half of the sandwich on. we've completed our sandwich, and it has been filled with caulk, so it has a nice weight to it. It's still flexible. There's nothing solid in here. So it's still very safe. However, this edge has this 6-pound foam, which is not very soft. So we will now put a strip of blue camp padding all the way around the perimeter of the Throwie. And it's right at 1 1/4 inches. So we'll measure a strip that long and .22 inches long and 1 1/4 inches wide. Have several strips of packing tape ready to hold the perimeter to the Throwie. You'll put a small amount of your glue onto the strip. Or a lot of glue, as the case may be. You'll want to tape the entire perimeter of the Throwie with the packing tape to secure it. And here's the Throwie, almost ready. The final dimensions. Right at 9 inches on the dot by 3 inches across. So this is a nice minimum size heavy throne, which can be used by a lot more classes. The same technique can be used to make a light throne, and the caulk technique will definitely improve the flight characteristics of the light throne even more than the heavy throne. Last thing we need to do is wrap it in cloth tape, otherwise it would not be field legal. And here it is, all ready, still flexible, nothing solid, but it will fly much better than anything made that only has foam in its construction. And it is ready.